Hey all my adventurers, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, please hit that subscription button. If you've been with me from the beginning, I thank you so very much. And if you recently joined, welcome to the family. Alright, now in this vlog, I'll be talking about things to do in Las Vegas. But for those who don't know, and this is the first time you're here, this is actually part 2. So if it is that you missed part 1, I'm going to give you a sneak peek of what I discussed in part 1, like the fact that we met Beyonce. Well, a wax figure, but nonetheless, we went to Madame Tussauds. So I spoke about that in part 1. We also went to Bacchanal Buffet, which is an all-you-can-eat buffet, 90 minutes. You can go as many times in that 90 minutes. So, like I said, it's in part 1, so be sure to check out part 1. Can't go to Las Vegas and not hit up a concert. So my sister and I, we definitely went to a concert. And we also went to the Bellagio Conservatory, which is a nice, different pace of things to do outside of what you know Vegas for, right? And of course, you can't come to Vegas and not hit up some form of party. So we went to Tao Beach Party, which is a pool party, not necessarily a beach party. And this was our party of choice. But in this vlog, we're moving right along, different things to do. I know it's Las Vegas that we're talking about, but since I was so close, I went right over to Arizona and I went to the Grand Canyon. I couldn't be so close and not go and see one of the world wonders, or I should say one of America's world wonder, which was the Grand Canyon. So I went and I did this tour. I went by myself. My sister was just like, why am I gonna go to see what? To see some rocks? I don't understand. But you know me, I'm a nature lover. So I went and I did this tour by myself. I booked it on Get Your Guide. It was $116 per person. And I'm gonna talk more about this part towards the end of the vlog. So stick around if you want to hear more details about this particular tour. I personally enjoyed it and it was another world wonder off of my list, right? Moving right along, you cannot come to Las Vegas and not hit up the strip. The Las Vegas strip is just so very busy. Whether it's daytime or nighttime, it is so very busy. You see half naked people. You see people who are like burlesque dancer. You see a lot of men out there like Magic Mike. There's always somebody out there hustling. It's just so busy. You see Darth Vader taking picture of a grandma who is stabbing Mickey Mouse with a lightsaber. Again, the hustle continue. This says if you can hold on for 100 seconds, you win $100. And this guy, I was rooting for him. I was rooting for him to win that $100. But needless to say, he could have hung on. And at 54 seconds, he actually gave up. There was this one other guy out on the strip that was just, I don't even know what was happening right here. I don't know if it was a ritual. We were there watching it for a minute and then Samantha was just like, boy, I suppose I guzu him a guzui. Suppose I look a voodoo or look a, we don't know. So, yeah, after a while, we went along our merry way. Again, it's just entertainment, but there's just so much things to just see just by walking on the strip. All of this is free. You're just literally walking and there's just so many people all about the place. They also have the Bellagio water fountain concert thing. I don't even know what's the correct name. It happens every 15 minutes on the weekend. In the weekdays, I believe it's every 30 minutes in the evenings. So it's a beautiful thing, to be very honest. In part 1, I mentioned that I showed you how it looked in the daytime. So again, if you haven't seen part 1, be sure to check it out, all right? But yeah, the Bellagio water concert thingy, that's something to definitely check out. In-N-Out Burgers. So on that strip, there was an In-N-Out Burger. People talk about In-N-Out Burger like how they talk about KFC. And when we went inside, it was just as busy as Jamaica's KFC. So, we had to try it. This is it right here. Just got a simple burger with some fries and some ketchup. And to be very honest, yeah, it was very basic. The fries were definitely like KFC fries. They weren't nothing spectacular. I don't like KFC fries. These fries were very basic. And the burger was also quite basic. And they did not fry the onion. It was like a whole chopped onion, a whole slice of onion in it. Which, for me, yeah, this could have stayed. I give it a 3 out of 10. Next on the list is gambling. Obviously, when you think about Las Vegas, you think about gambling. There's slot machines absolutely everywhere. You can easily walk into a hotel and you just see a slot machine and sit there and spend the entire day there. In Jamaica here, we have hotels and so forth. You can't just walk into the hotels here in Jamaica. Side note, for those who don't know and you're new here, I have a tour company here in Jamaica. So if you're traveling to Jamaica and you're looking for excursions to do, places to go, different hotels to stay at, whatever it is, then be sure to check out some of my other vlogs as well as my website. And I'm going to be just leaving the website in the description below. But yeah, gambling, that's what a lot of people come there to do. They have all of these different tables. I personally am not a big gambler because, to be very honest, if me lose one time, that's it. That is it. I have no more money to waste. So them have these little table. I don't know if these are the roulette table or what kind of table them name. But of course, there is gambling out in Las Vegas. All sort of slot machines, all sort of blackjack, poker, all of them look at something there. I don't really know which one is which like that, but just know people go to Vegas to gamble. All right. Next on the list, so we are heading to Link Sky Roller, right? So if in the distance you see that where the arrow is right there, that is a Ferris wheel looking thing. Yeah, that's something that we wanted to do, wanted to experience. So that's exactly what's next on the list. So this is the strip area. It's close to Flamingo, right? And here's a better view of the Link Roller Ferris wheel thingy, right? So this was something that we wanted to do. And it's called, there it is, a High Roller Sky Lounge, right? And they not only have the High Roller, but they have zip line, which is called Fly Link. But me, I was a zip line in Jamaica. There's no need for me to come to Vegas and do the zip line. You want to try something different, something new. So that's exactly what we did. So this is the first time I'm doing it, and I don't think I'll do it again, right? Because I didn't really know what it was. You just kind of go on in it, you go in it, and it goes around slowly, so you can see the city. Maybe it would be better at night where you can see the different city lights. While we were in there, they were giving us a little history lesson on how Vegas came about and all of that. So I appreciated that aspect of it. You look over on the city. This is the sphere, right, guys? This is also another thing you can do in Vegas. I never got the chance to. When we went to book, it was too late and whole other stuff. So the sphere is also something you can do. But yeah, this is the view from being in the roller. That's the Flamingo right there. That's one of the hotels. That's what I showed you initially. And that is basically it. You go around in a circle, you come out, and that was $46 per person. So I personally wouldn't do it again if you ask me. But remember, I was telling you that the area where the roller is like a little boardwalk. They have different areas. I'm just going to show it. So there's an ice bar. I think this ice bar place is quite popular as well, and they have different areas that sell chocolates, sell cookies. There is a comedy area, like a live comedy show. There's a lot of different stuff that is just out here on this little strip area, So that's what a Jimmy Kimmel comedy show, and of course they're gonna have places you can get souvenirs. So we went to Sin City for our souvenirs. This was one of my favorite souvenirs. This is like a jackpot magnet roller thingy. So I got that. I got a shirt and some other stuff. So you do your souvenir shopping, you can do it in that area as well. But like I said, I personally wouldn't go back on that sky roller. Maybe at night. I would try one at night just to see how it is. Now, speaking of shopping, right? Me, I like to shop, right? I like to shop. But you see, my sister loves to shop, right? My sister loves to shop. This is the Forum shops at Caesar, and I'm telling you, it was... Listen, I've been abroad. I've been to America before. I would always go shopping. But the malls here in Las Vegas, yeah, they're on another level. Look like it was an inside mall, but they designed it so it looked like as if you were outside. So the floor give you like a boardwalk thing, and the roof is kind of like fake clouds and stuff like that. Kept with the theme regarding the Caesars. You see the fountains of gods, this and that. But of course, we got to make a stop at Tory Burch. That is my store. I love me some Tory Burch. Sometimes you go in there, I might buy one or two stuff. Other times I just go in there and admire them and be like, wow, I wish I could afford this. But either way, it's all nice, shopping. And then at this particular mall, they had this, what is something your name again? The gondolas. Yeah, you can do this gondola boat ride. I don't even know how far it carry around, but you could have tell we say we're not in Italy. Like them people in the boat, you can't tell them say in Italy they in there. And that's the thing with Vegas. They mimic so many iconic places. You see a fake Eiffel Tower, you see something looking like New York, You see this that looks like Italy with the little boat rides and so forth. And this is in a mall, guys. This is in a mall. That's why I said they make it look as if it's outdoor. But after all of the festivities, after all of the shopping, we got hungry, so we went and got some Chipotle, and we were on our way again. Right? So we just went from mall to mall. And that's how it is when you're shopping. Just be sure to wear comfortable shoes because you know when you go on vacation, you do a lot of walking. And like I said before, a lot of entertainment all around. All around, everywhere you go, there's somebody doing some form of free entertainment, just asking for tips. And for the most part, you can see that sphere anywhere as well. So this is the other mall that we went to. This is the fashion mall, right? In Vegas. And with all of the malls, they have all of the luxury store, right? So you're gonna see Gucci, you're gonna see Prada, you know, you're gonna see Louis Vuitton, there's Zara, there's Banana Republic, there is Psycho Bunny, Polar of Lauren, Tory Burch, you know, Forever 21. I could go on and on. But you see the Forever 21 in this mall? This is one of the best Forever 21s I've ever seen. And I didn't even get to do videos in there, but it was one of the best Forever 21 malls I've ever seen. Everything was so organized. And not just that mall, all the other malls. Everything was organized, in place, clean. You know, sometimes you go in a mall and, you know, you look at different stuff. You can see where somebody had previously, like, looked through the different clothing items and it kind of mess up. Not here. Everything was pristine and in order, clean, smell good, you know? Yeah, and the staff was very nice. Everywhere, every mall that we went to, the staff were very nice. And of course, well, I mean, I know, Tour Birch are the only store we have video. And we went in so many other stores, but it's because I love me some Tour Birch. Guys, if you're thinking of getting me any gift, you can just mail me a little Tour Birch. You can just buy me a little Tour Birch. I'll gladly accept it. And I'll be forever grateful. Yeah. It doesn't matter what it is, if it's a bag, if it's slippers, I wear a size 10 for them because them shoes kind of, you know, if it's, you know, anything at all, glasses, jewelry, belt, anything, I'll take it. But yeah, shopping is definitely one. And you see, like, oh, I love Tory Burch, that's how my sister loves Sephora. Amanda is to Tory Burch as Samantha is to Sephora. You remember in that school I used to then look at something there? Yeah. I didn't know where she was, but I found her. Yeah, she was in her element. And anytime I see my sister go in this store, I just know I should probably just go and have a seat for whenever she's actually ready to go. So if you don't know, my sister is a makeup artist, so that is why she's always in that store. On to the next, we did Uber in Las Vegas, and I'm telling you, the Tesla was like one of the main Uber things. And as you can see, I didn't know how to open that door. There was no door handle. I never got the gist of it. But, you know, this big tablet at the front of the screen. But that's what all of them have. And other thing I'm going to talk about is this roller coaster right here. When you're in Las Vegas, for the most part, riding around, you'll see the roller coaster off of the road. And I went by myself again because my sister did not want to go. But I haven't been on a roller coaster in years. And I was just like, I definitely had to go. It is also an arcade. So the roller coaster and the arcade is all in one. But regarding the roller coaster, I could not do any videos while I was on it. No phones were allowed, no GoPro, no nothing. So you couldn't even go there. You could even go on the ride with any of that, right? So this is the name. The Big Apple Coaster and Arcade. Yes, that's what it was called. The Big Apple. So this is the arcade. So highlighting this because even though when we think about Las Vegas, we don't really think of a family trip. But if it is that you have kids and you want them to do something, then you can bring them to the arcade. Again, just note that you cannot bring your phone or your GoPro or any device like that on the Big Apple roller coaster. And they actually give you a locker to lock away those stuff. And they also don't offer videos. You know, sometimes you go to different roller coasters, even though you can't bring your videos and your cameras. Like, they do videos of you and then they sell it to you. They don't even offer that. So, you know, just letting you guys know beforehand. So, but this is something you can definitely put on your list. Big Apple roller coaster and arcade. Okay, next on the list, we're going to get some donuts. Yes, guys, we're going to get some donuts. My very good friend, that's the only thing that she wanted me to bring for her, or some donuts. And this was actually the day that we were leaving. But again, I'm putting it up here in the part of the vlog because, yeah, you know, it's a nice little spot. It's called Saint-Honoré, if that's how it's pronounced. something that she saw on TikTok. This is the selection of different donuts that I got. It was actually 6, but I wanted a smaller box because I was traveling with it. Yeah, and this was the day I was leaving Las Vegas. And I realized they had beignets, and this is something that I've always wanted to try. So when I came here and I realized that they were selling beignets, I had to get some. And I'm telling you, it was mouth-watering delicious. Like, honestly, 10 out of 10, highly recommend. The first time I saw beignets was when I was watching Real Housewives of Potomac, and there was this scene where the ladies were just quarreling, you know, Real Housewives, that's how it is with these reality shows. And Giselle, who's normally involved in all that, she was just so quiet, but she was eating a beignet, and I was just like, listen, I have to try that. And I'm telling you, it did not disappoint. Did not disappoint. Okay, so next on the list, I wasn't a big fan of this place. It's something that we saw, but Area 15, which is a play on Area 51. So I just wanted to come and check it out. I saw a lot of people were just like, oh, you have to go here, you must go here. And it's a relatively new spot. Our Uber driver was telling us that it just got really popular over like a couple of years. So, you know, I just wanted to go. My sister did not want to go, and unfortunately, she was very right on this one. So, you know, all the sister get when them sister them right and them ways them, but yeah. So Area 51, sorry, Area 15, like I said, is a play of Area 51. So if you're like a sci-fi person or you're into like alien stuff, I don't even know how to describe it, but I'm just gonna let the clips play so you can see what it's basically about. Right, they have different stores that sells different type of things. One of the main stores sells like different snacks, all sort of weird different snack, like Chinese snacks, I guess, like a lot of seafood snacks. So you see like prawn, shrimp snacks, you know, all of them look at something there. There was also a supermarket that was there where you can do a scavenger hunt. And I was particularly thinking, you know, maybe I could go and do the scavenger hunt, because when I did some reading online, the scavenger hunt would have been like 45 minutes. But when we got there, the line was super long, and it was way more expensive than what I saw online. The scavenger hunt was probably like $100 extra. And I'm just like, I'm really not into it that much like that for me to be like, all right, let me go and do the scavenger hunt again. Plus the line was super long. So this is a area that have the different snacks and stuff, but there was another area that was like a supermarket which had like secret doors and, you know, all sort of weird stuff. But again, to go in there was money. And I mean, we just circled the place. I did some couple clips and then I just went on my merry way. It wasn't, I give it a 2 out of 10. It wasn't for me, right? And even though it wasn't for me, I'm still highlighting because maybe this is something that you like, you know. But for me, it was a no. These are the different chips that I was talking about, or snacks, I should say. So they had shrimp one, they had all sorts of unique snacks. I didn't even try any because for the most part, all of them looked like they were spicy. I'm really too like spicy snacks like that. And they had some posters with some different events. So it seems as if though it's a party area as well. Obviously, I did not find out because I never went back there. I'm not sure if when I visit Vegas again, if I'd even go down that area again. But what I will highlight are these props outside. It was giving Transformers, you know. So this is a nice little area for you guys to take pics. Of note, we weren't supposed to climb on it. There's a sign on the floor that I definitely did not see. I'm not even capping. Like, I did not see that it says that we must go on it. But regardless, you know, I took some pics, right? These are the pics. Remember, guys, follow me over on Instagram as well as TikTok and like up all of the pictures them, all right? So the last thing I'm gonna speak about is my journey to the Grand Canyon. Now, as I mentioned before, I booked this on Get Your Guide. While it was a shuttle, one of the stop was a quick pit stop at a gas station. Inside they had all of these souvenirs. They also had a Trump, I don't even know what this was, but driving from Las Vegas to Arizona, you could just see the difference in the environment. There was a lot of Trump this, there was a lot of my right to hold a gun, you know, just those little stuff I noticed while just driving on the road, and then coming into the gas station and seeing that they had this in the gas station. I was just like, yeah, we're definitely in different territory. Anyways, they had this machine where you could get the scratchers. So I was definitely going to try my luck at getting one of the scratchers. I did. Unfortunately, me never really win anything. But I do prefer to do these scratchers over like gambling away at the slot machines and stuff like that, right? While we're there, when we almost reach a range, I had to come on to do different checks. Because I guess we're going into sacred area and they didn't want anybody to bring in anything. I don't know, but I just knew that they did the checks, right? And then we arrived a little bit after. Alright, so I'm heading to Grand Canyon. I'm gonna do the skywalk first. Hopefully I can get to show you guys. And then from there, then I'm gonna head back. Yeah. The shuttle business, man. I like the shuttle thing, but man, I have no choice. That's the eagle point, guys. So right here, that's kind of like the eagle head, and those are the wings, and it goes out on either side. So they call this the eagle point, which is the first stop of the Grand Canyon. I just went on the skywalk, which honestly I thought it was going to be something that went from there all across over to the other canyon, and like you walk and really adrenaline, and it wasn't, but it was a nice view. But this view is just as nice. Over there you see another point. Okay, so now I'm heading over to the other area. To be very honest, guys, the skywalk could have stayed, in my opinion. It wasn't anything special. You can see the Grand Canyon just the same without going over there. It's an extra money that you don't necessarily have to spend, but that's just my opinion. So we're at Guano Point, and Guano Point has no rails, unlike the first point, which was Eagle Point, which had rails. Guano Point is called Guano Point because they used to mine guano down here, and for those who don't know, guano is batshit. And the reason why guano is good, or people wanted guano, is because it's a very good fertilizer, high in nitrogen and phosphorus. So a lot of people tend to want guano to fertilize whatever it is they're trying to grow. But I am now making my way up. They call these two little ant hills, so that's a small one and that's a bigger one. It's like a 1 mile walk to this one. This is the big one that I'm going to. Right, and it said that the view from the top up here is really, really good. So definitely gonna go and check it out to see what it's like. Get your youth. I did done this, you know? I did done this, so. This is where the old mining spot used to be. So there would a cable was attached to this, and the cable would go all the way down into the canyon. It's crazy. Alright, so now I'm making my way up to the top so I can get some nice pics and so I can enjoy the view as well. Also, that cable that I showed you, so in general, they spent a lot of money expecting to extract a lot of back guano down here, but unfortunately there wasn't that much, and it was a huge waste of money. Like for the company that had set up the mining for the guano, it was a huge loss for them. So no, that's the part that I show is the only thing that remained from that thing, from where they were trying to extract the back guano. Anywho, time to head back down. Don't want to miss the shuttles. I got my pics, as I mentioned before, guys. Follow me over on Instagram and TikTok, right? One thing I also want to mention before I finish up this vlog, because we're coming to an end, right, is the Wallapai people, which are the people who are indigenous to the area. They were awarded over 100 million acres of the Grand Canyon and part of the Colorado River. You know, they have a strong history there, and the descendants of those people, you'd see them presently working at the area. So I enjoyed that historical aspect of the Grand Canyon. They had the different plaques there where you could, read it and learn about it and so on and so forth. Of course, with any part of history, the white people, them always try to come in and thief for the land, and then in the end, they end up getting back the land. So that's what happened. This guy was one of the indigenous people, or the descendants, I should say. And he was doing a little rendition of what their music would be like. And this was a little replica of what the huts looked like where they used to live. There was another section, by right I shouldn't have even gone over this area, but I was curious, and they offer zip line there as well. I'm not sure if big enough when I was talking about the Grand Canyon, you saw the clips with the helicopters. So they do offer helicopter tours over Grand Canyon as well, but obviously I never did that. So There's a restaurant here. Again, it's owned by the indigenous people, so you can go there and try their local cuisine. A lot of walla pie, tacos, and different stuff. These were the pictures. I never got the chance to indulge. Again, I wasn't even supposed to be over here, so I had to go and catch the bus so that it did not leave me. But I just want you guys to know that that's an option as well. Now we're making our way to what they call the Joshua trees. Honestly, don't really fully understand what the Joshua trees was, but honestly, this was the most greenery I've ever seen. You know, when people come to Jamaica, they're just like, it's so green, it's so green, it's so green. And I can get now, like, why they're so obsessed with the fact that Jamaica just have this nice, lush, beautiful greenery, because I'm telling you, it was so dry. But anyways, that's a little picture highlighting what the Joshua trees are. The next thing on this tour, because again, this is included in the package that I got, is the Hoover Dam. So this is apparently a big deal. From what I recall and what I remember, I believe the person that started building the Hoover Dam, I think he died, and then his son came and took it over. There was a lot of history there, a lot of steps as well, a lot of steps to go up to the area just to take a look at it. And again, these are some of the pictures right there. So if you're interested, you can just pause this video and you can read the history, right? I don't even remember all of it. But that basically concludes my trip to Las Vegas. As I mentioned before, guys, there's a part 1. So be sure to check out part 1. If you like this video, share this video. You know, share it with a friend, share it to your status, share it to your story, share it in our group chat. You know, something like that, you know. You know, the more you share, the more it works out for me in the end. So again, thank you guys. If you've made it this far, a special thank you to you. And you guys will see me at the next vlog. Alright? Well guys, we look kind of rough, but all good things must come to an end. We're waiting to board our flight to Miami. And then from Miami, we're heading to Jamaica. We actually just got to LA from Las Vegas, which honestly, I don't know why they do like that, but we can't do nothing about that. So what time is it now? 9:30, and the flight is at 11. We'll reach Miami 6, and then 6:30. Then we board to go from Miami to Jamaica at 8:30 for reaching Jamaica at 9:30. And there's a lot of time change in between all of that. But yeah, needless to say, we're gonna be sleeping on the plane, and as you can see, I'm tired, but it was a fun trip. And we made it through the trip, you know, so you have to travel with people to see, you know, we made it through the trip. Yeah, don't you want to say? Barely. Vegas will be back again. Yeah, we come back with more people. A fun weekend. No. They're hungry. People, it's a small pizza, yeah. In LA, maybe 24 bucks. Can you imagine?